guys, today we are going to watch inside the new Air Force One. And Air Force One, we know, is the one that carries the president to all the other countries. And that is one plane that I love watching because it has its distinctive features. You know, India has just that Air India, a special plane for Mr. Modi, and that goes to everywhere. But it is not distinctive. Like, you know, like Air Force One, like it is like you can see it and you can say, oh, US president is coming, and that is how it is. And also the thing is, like, it is getting an upgrade, it is getting something, like, you know, and these upgrades are not like, you know, they happen every time. Like if it is upgrading now, it might be for like 20, 30, 40 years. So I am very excited to see like what is the upgrade and what is the new Air Force One.
Of course, I'm also very excited because the US president, as we all know, is the greatest of all time, the God OG, and of course his planes, his travel purpose things, his necessities will be on top.
Actually, and they cannot even like keep him in any kind of a danger. So let's watch this.
What's inside this aircraft is what made the gift worth accepting.
Oh.
Step through the main entrance door and you're standing in a private hallway that leads directly to the presidential
This is a
suite.
plane.
Wow.
This isn't how passengers board a commercial 747. No walking past rows of seats. No squeezing through
Actually,
narrow
all the
aisles.
planes are so
no
cramped
contact with
normally.
anyone you'd
And
rather
this
not
plane
see.
is so lavish.
The Qatar jet was designed so VIPs enter through their own door into their own space,
Wow.
completely separated from staff and crew. The primary bedroom sits at the forward end of the main deck,
Primary
occupying
bedroom.
space that would normally hold first-class seats on a commercial aircraft.
Oh
A full-size bed, not a fold-out, not a convertible sofa, an
Full-size
actual
bed.
king-size
On a
bed with an
plane.
actual mattress mounted to the airframe
He
in a
lives
way
like a
that
king.
stays stable during
He's
turbulence.
actually a king.
The current Air Force One has a pullout that presidents have complained about for decades. Trump took one look at Qatar's master suite and the decision made itself. Surrounding the bed, custom wood paneling running floor to ceiling. Hand-selected grain patterns matched across adjacent panels.
Oh.
The kind of millwork that costs
Wow.
thousands of dollars per
Details.
linear foot and requires craftsmen who specialize in yacht and aircraft interiors. Indirect LED lighting integrated into the ceiling coves.
Wow.
Climate control zones that let the president set his own temperature independent of the rest of the aircraft. The master bathroom connects directly to the
My
bedroom.
God.
Full lavatory with fixtures that belong in a Malibu mansion.
Woo!
Marble countertops,
Malibu mansion.
gold-plated hardware, a shower with multiple heads, and
Gold-plated
enough water
showers.
pressure to feel like home.
Now that's too
There's
much.
also a
that's too
second
much,
master
actually.
bedroom because when you're Qatari royalty, one apparently isn't enough. Commercial 747s fit 400 passengers with maybe a dozen lavatories. This aircraft has 2 bathrooms for 1 bedroom. Moving aft from the bedroom suite, the private office
Office.
occupies the
Wow,
next
office.
section. Wood-paneled walls, full executive desk sized for actual work, not a folding tray table. Leather executive chair mounted on a swivel base that locks during turbulence. Built-in display screens, storage cabinets, and work surfaces designed for someone who runs meetings at 40,000 feet. The current VC-25A has an office, but it reflects 1980s thinking. Functional, dated, and cramped by modern executive standards. The
Useful.
Qatar's jet office looks like it belongs in a corner suite in Manhattan.
Ah.
The wood alone probably costs more than most cars. Past the office, the main lounge opens up, and this is the centerpiece, the money shot. A space that would
Money
look
shot.
appropriate in a luxury hotel lobby, somehow squeezed into an aluminum tube. Expansive seating areas spread across the cabin width. Leather sofas arranged for conversation, deep enough
Why
to
is
sink
everything
into
so
and soft
expensive
enough
here?
to sleep on.
Wow.
Individual armchairs that swivel and recline. An entertainment center built into a wood-paneled wall, screens,
Wow.
speakers, and media systems that would satisfy a home theater
Yeah,
enthusiast.
because I feel like the presidents normally spend a lot of their time on planes. You know, the US president is going to another country, then he's going to another country. He cannot waste his time, you know, just sitting and like, you know, just like how we do on a normal
On a
plane.
normal plane,
He
yeah,
can't
I
do
get
that.
it.
He has to hold meetings, he has to do everything. So they have kept everything possible for him so that he does not feel, you know, jet lagged or hindered.
Yes.
That's why every president that comes out of the plane, they're always like, you know, very baby and good. And when we go out of a plane, we are like, oh, we are tired.
Exactly. This feels home.
Coffee tables with built-in storage, side tables with integrated charging. Every surface is designed for comfort and function. Ceiling height reaches nearly 8 feet in
8
places,
feet.
generous for any aircraft, remarkable for a 747. The windows are larger than standard, letting natural light fill the space in a way that makes you forget you're in a pressurized tube at 40,000 feet. Window shades are electronically controlled, dimming from clear to opaque at the touch of a button.
Oh, wow.
The aft lounge sits behind the main one, offering more privacy for smaller conversations or moments when the
Wow.
president needs to step away.
Privacy.
Similar finishes, similar comfort, different purpose. On a normal VIP aircraft, this would be where senior staff relaxes during long flights. Business class fills the rear of the main deck. Staff, support, personnel, Secret Service,
so business class
military
is at the
aides,
last.
and the small army that travels with any president. This section looks more like a premium airline cabin. Lie-flat seats, personal entertainment systems, and enough space to actually rest during a 14-hour flight. Compared to the cramped quarters on the current Air Force One, where staff members sometimes sleep in shifts because there aren't enough horizontal surfaces. This is a revolutionary upgrade. But the main deck is only half the aircraft. Upstairs, there's an
there's
entire
also
second
upstairs.
level that commercial 747s use for premium passengers, and that Air Force One will need for something else entirely. The 747-8's upper deck runs 60 feet from the cockpit door to the rear pressure bulkhead, providing approximately 1,000 square feet of cabin space above the main level. On commercial aircraft, this space holds business class or first class passengers. On the Qatar jet, it holds more lounges, more seating areas, and another full galley.
More
A curved
luxury.
But why?
staircase connects the two decks, wide enough for 2 people to pass, finished with the same wood and leather as everything else. Handrails polished to a mirror shine.
Wow.
Treads designed for dress shoes, not combat boots. For the Qatari royals, it was an elegant convenience. For the Secret Service, it's a choke point that needs to be secured, monitored,
point.
and controllable from multiple locations. The upper deck forward section contains crew quarters, berthing for flight crew and cabin attendants, workspace for pilots during cruise, and storage for supplies that keep a VIP aircraft operating for days without returning to base.
Oh,
This
nice.
area stays largely functional regardless of who owns the aircraft. The upper deck lounge fills the remaining space. More leather seating, more wood paneling, more windows
How
looking
much
out
of
at
space this
40,000
plane
feet.
has?
How much
The
of
Qatar
leather?
configuration prioritizes comfort over everything else, because comfort is what royal families pay for. Now, compare this to what the current Air Force One actually looks like inside.
Oh.
The VC-25A has been flying presidents since George H.W. Bush. Its interior reflects what
old.
modern meant in 1990.
1990.
Functional, secure, but aesthetically frozen in the Reagan
this
era.
looks so old
The
in front of
presidential
that.
suite has a fold-out bed that presidents have complained about for 30 years. The office works but looks dated. The medical suite is genuinely capable, surgical quality equipment and trained personnel, but takes up space that could otherwise serve passengers. The communications equipment tells the real story. Air Force One carries the most sophisticated airborne communication suite in the world. Encrypted satellite uplinks, secure video conferencing, direct lines to nuclear command authority,
Wow.
and the ability to address the nation from 40,000 feet. That equipment fills entire sections of the aircraft. Racks of servers, cables running through every bulkhead, cooling systems to keep electronics from overheating. The upper deck of the VC-25A isn't a lounge. It's a flying data
Fully
center with
occupied.
some seats attached. The Qatar jet has no communications equipment worth mentioning. Whatever the royal family used for phone calls and internet access was consumer-grade hardware that will be ripped out immediately. The secure systems that make Air Force One actually function as a mobile White House don't exist on this aircraft yet. They will, but installing them means finding space for equipment the size of several refrigerators in an aircraft designed to maximize passenger comfort, not electronic warfare capability. The VC-25B program, the purpose-built replacement for the current Air Force One, has been designing those systems in from day one. Every wire, every rack, every cooling duct planned before construction started. Two brand new 747-8s being built specifically to be Air Force One,
Oh, crazy.
scheduled for delivery in 2027.
Oh,
Already
just
years
next year.
behind schedule and billions over budget. The
Oh.
Qatar jet has to achieve the same result through retrofit.
budget.
Same capability, same security, same communications. Starting from an aircraft that was built to pamper royalty, not protect presidents. Here's what the Qatar jet currently has for defense. An anti-intrusion alarm that triggers when someone approaches the aircraft on the ground. That's it. No
That's
missile
it?
defense.
What?
No countermeasures.
Oh no!
Nothing
Because
that
I've heard that in the previous Air Force One, like if there is a missile, it gets to know and they can countermeasure it. Even the like fuel is very safe and everything is very controlled,
Oh.
and also the material is kind of made different, so it is very protected.
Yeah, but actually, I guess at the other point, this what he's saying is also correct, because this plane is made for luxury, not for traveling president.
Yeah, because how Qatari's president like travel, they don't have any danger.
Exactly.
And they just fly like, okay, we are rich, we fly.
That would help if someone pointed a shoulder-fired missile at the aircraft during takeoff or landing. For a royal family that travels on its own security perimeter, that was adequate. For the President of the United States, the highest value target on Earth, it's a starting point barely above zero.
Yeah.
The ANALQ-204 Matador system handles infrared missile threats, and understanding how it works explains why it's so critical. Shoulder-fired missiles like the SA-7, Stinger, or Igla use infrared seekers to track aircraft. The seeker head contains a cooled detector, usually indium antimonide, that's sensitive to specific wavelengths of heat produced by jet exhaust.
Oh, wow.
The detector sees the hot engines as a bright spot against
Wow.
cold sky, and the missile steers toward
And then
that
it
bright
follows it.
spot until
Yeah.
impact. The Matador defeats these missiles by blinding their seekers. Infrared sensors mounted on the aircraft
Whoa.
detect the ultraviolet signature of a missile launch. The rocket motor produces distinctive UV flash that's visible from miles away. Once a launch is detected, the system calculates the missile's trajectory and slews a high-powered infrared laser onto the incoming threat.
Wow.
This
Laser.
laser overwhelms the missile's seeker with energy at the exact wavelengths it's trying to track. The seeker can't distinguish the real target from the jamming signal. The guidance system loses lock, so the missile flies off course and misses. Response time from detection to jamming, less than 2 seconds. The system operates
Very
automatically, engaging threats before human operators could even identify them. Chaff
Nice.
and flare dispensers handle different threat categories. Chaff consists of thousands of thin metallic strips, aluminum-coated fiberglass typically, cut to specific lengths that correspond to radar wavelengths. When ejected into the airstream, the chaff cloud creates a radar signature larger than the aircraft itself, confusing radar-guided missiles into attacking the cloud instead of the plane. Flares operate against infrared seekers through a different mechanism than the Matador. Rather than jamming the seeker, flares present a hotter target. Each flare burns at approximately 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit,
Oh.
far hotter than jet exhaust, creating an irresistible decoy that
Then it
pulls
goes away.
heat-seeking missiles away from the aircraft. Modern missiles have countermeasures that try to distinguish
countermeasures.
flares from real targets based on spectral signature and movement patterns. Modern flares incorporate coatings that mimic aircraft exhaust spectra, defeating those discrimination algorithms. Electronic warfare systems address radar-guided threats. These systems detect incoming radar signals, analyze their characteristics, and broadcast jamming signals that prevent hostile radar from achieving weapons quality tracking. The specifics are classified,
where does the
but
missile
principle
go?
is straightforward. Fill the electromagnetic spectrum with noise that makes targeting impossible.
This gift from the Qatari government is a very interesting gift, because I think so the Trump government also took it because they see that there is very luxurious cabin inside, but they would have to do a lot of work to make it protective for the president, because he has to be made sure that he is protective. And also the thing is, like, this plane has everything else, like it has beds, it has so many washrooms, it has whatever thing that you want, it is there, but the only thing that is missing is the protection part.
Exactly. The first thought that I got while looking at this plane was, while I was a kid, I used to think that I need a house on a moving truck. I need a house on, there should be everything, to a play area, to a washroom, bedroom. And I couldn't imagine what I saw. It is everything on a plane, guys.
Actually, so what do you guys think about this? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share, and
And subscribe.
bye.